Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Spirit Breath Meditation, a place for you to have an intimate conversation with yourself. So I'm going to invite you to start taking deep breaths through your nostrils, through your nose. And pay attention to that breath as it comes in through your nose and it exhales through your nose. Just giving yourself the opportunity to relax, to give yourself this space that you have created for yourself this morning. And I want you to check in with yourself. Where are you? Not just where are you, in what room are you in, but where are you in your life? Where are you in your journey? Every single one of us has had many years of life that's come all before this very moment. And sometimes it all jumbles up into a consciousness that isn't really awake. It's still kind of processing all the stuff that's happened to us in our lives. So today, for these next 25, 30 minutes, you get to put all that aside and just sit in the perfect, pure potentiality of what life truly is, of who you truly are. So just keep breathing through your nose and exhaling. Also ask yourself right now, what am I feeling? How am I feeling? And this isn't a course correction. This isn't for you to change it. It's to identify it. You're feeling what you feel because you believe what you believe, and you've been thinking what you've been thinking. All of that's perfect. Your life is unfolding perfectly. So today, I'm just going to invite you to, as you breathe, as you continue to breathe, to just allow yourself. Yesterday we used the word allow. Today, our theme is surrender. It's one thing to allow. It's another thing to surrender. So let's start with our 3 ohms. Here we go. So as I said in the beginning, we are here to have an intimate conversation with ourselves. Our theme is surrender. And our affirmation today is, I surrender to the beauty of my true self. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. One more time. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. So as we step into our spirit breath meditation, what is that, spirit breath? Well, spirit is the energy, the life force, that which I am. Breath is the air, the actual oxygen that moves through my body that I direct, usually unconsciously, today consciously. And so I recognize that something is breathing me that's bigger than I am. But I also recognize that I have choice, volition, that it's given me the power to decide how I breathe, how I use this breathtaking thing called love. And so as our theme is surrender, surrender to the beauty of you. Just surrender to the beauty of who you truly are. So we're going to do 5 minutes of uninterrupted spirit breath work. Following that, I will come back in to just guide us through the rest of it. But keep your breath going. I'm going to invite you now, if you're going to lie down, go ahead and find your position on the floor, lying down. If you're lying down, your arms are at your side, palms up. If you're seated and you're in a comfortable seated position, be careful not to fall back into a chair, because that's not really activating the life force within you. Okay? Let your spine hold you up. Hands on your knees, palms up. And we're going to take a 3-step breath throughout this whole time. We breathe in through the belly, in through the chest, exhale through the mouth. And this is all done through the mouth. This is a very dense oxygenation process for your body. Breathing in through the belly, chest, mouth. Sounds like this. And it is done at your tempo. You will hear my tempo. Don't necessarily follow it. You can, of course, but find your own tempo, your own rhythm, a rhythm that works for you. Breathing in through the belly, in through the chest, exhaling through the mouth. So here we go. 5 minutes, uninterrupted spirit breath work, reminding ourselves that today I surrender to the beauty of my true self. Here we go. Now I invite you to continue breathing in through your belly, into your chest, exhaling through your mouth, bringing all of that oxygen into your body, bringing all of that love, all of that vibrational energy of life force in and through every cell, every organ, every limb, your brain, your heart, everything. As you breathe into your belly, into your chest, exhaling through your mouth. Today we surrender. Surrender your monkey mind. Surrendering your monkey mind means that you allow it to be what it is, but you surrender, you give it up. You stop trying to control your thoughts. You stop trying to control what's going on. You stop trying to control life, for life constantly, consistently moves forward, emerges as the highest level of consciousness at all times. So what I know in this moment is that as I breathe, I am directing my breath to surrender to the beauty of the truth of who I am. I surrender to the beauty of the truth of who I am right here, right now. So continue your breath. Find the perfect rhythm for you. It can be an accelerated rhythm. It can be a quiet rhythm. Just allow your breath to find its perfect rhythm. I surrender to the beauty of who I truly am. I surrender to the beauty of who I truly am. I recognize the sky, the air, the trees, all of nature as it cohabitates perfectly in unity, one with the other. The circle of life as it continues to move in, out, and through everything. I breathe in that circle of life. I am guided by, immersed in this beautiful, energized field of the loving vibration of life. I feel the tingling in my fingers, the tingling perhaps in my toes. I feel my body as it resonates with this breath, as the oxygen moves in and through every cell of my being, as I release and surrender the carbon dioxide out of my body, as I let go of any thoughts that I've ever had against myself. I surrender any idea of myself that is not at the highest level of my pure truth. I let go of anything in my past that still blocks my way. And I breathe into that with assuredness, with a certainty that right where I am, the allness of the universe resides. The entire ocean in this drop of life, the allness of God moving in, through, and as me right here, right now. Continue your breath work in through the belly, in through the chest, exhaling through the mouth. I surrender. I surrender to myself, to the greatest self I could ever imagine. I surrender to my talents. I surrender to all the gifts that I have to offer this universe. I surrender to all the love I have to give this universe. I surrender to all the love I have to give myself. All the love that has been inside of me, just waiting for me to say yes, to surrender to its pouring itself through me, as me, right here. So I'm going to invite you to join me in 10 accelerated spirit breaths. Here we go. Now just surrender that breathing to whatever tempo you want. recognizing and knowing that this vibrational energy, this vibration of life, this love force that I am, allows me, gives me the greatest gift of volition and choice, allows me to use it at any pace I decide. I can sit on a beach and watch the ocean for the whole day, or I can sit and write and create from my most vibrant, passionate, creative self. There is no judgment of either. I am at choice at all times to breathe the breath of life in my rhythm, at my tempo. I surrender all past ideas of myself that I think I have to be. I surrender all judgments of myself, regardless of who they came from, where they came, or how many of them I bought all by myself. So with each exhale, just let go of whatever you know is yours to surrender. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. Breathing in through the belly, in through the chest, out through the mouth. Breathing all of that oxygen in, oxygenating every cell of the body, oxygenating the consciousness so that all that is there is perfect, pure, loving thoughts of self. And in that loving, absolute space of pure, divine, passionate energy, I invite you to take your arms, lift them up into the sky, reaching your hands up, moving your fingers, allowing all of that energy that is you to rise all the way up into this infinite energy of love. Recognize, feel that energy. If you're lying down, your arms are straight up from your chest. If you're seated, they're right up beside your shoulders. Now I invite you to just take those arms, those hands, and feel the energy that is in the room with you right now. Just scoop it up. Feel that energy. Play with that energy. Recognize it as love. Recognize it as the creative energy of the universe. We are in a quantum field of pure vibrational energy at all times, no matter what. The highest level of consciousness is available right here, right now, for each and every one of us. Just reach down and scoop up that energy and then just throw it off. Just have the most fun. You're a little child on the beach for the first time, playing in those puddles, throwing that water around, realizing that you have just stepped into something that has always been here, always will be here, and is the very breadth and depth of who and what I am. So I just throw it everywhere. I have the most amazing time recognizing that right where I am, I surrender to the life force that is the very essence of who I am. Now bring all of that energy right into your heart. Continue your breathing. Feel that love. Feel the surrender as you allow all of that love to identify you, to be the very essence of who you are. As you continue to breathe in through the belly, in through the chest, exhaling through the mouth, hands on heart, please repeat after me. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. Surrender to that love. And now, still with your hands on your heart, take a tiny little pause at the top of your spirit breath and allow that much more, surrender that much more to that love. In that little breath, that little tiny pause, feel your heart open that much more. Just allow yourself to surrender to this love. It is the truth of who I am. It's the truth of who you are. Love is the very essence of my being. And when I surrender to it, it surrenders to me, opening my heart so full that the light that pours through my body is the healing presence that heals everything. Now, as you continue to breathe, taking that little pause, slowly move your arms across your chest, bringing your arms all the way out to the most vulnerable open position, chest up, just open to the world, surrendering to all that is. And in that pause, just open your chest that much further, allowing your heart to just open itself to everything. Allow whatever feelings come up to just be. Surrender to those feelings. And when you're ready, you can put your arms back down on your knees, palms up. Coming at your own time, your own pace. Continuing that pause, continuing that opening of the heart. Allowing the heart chakra to just crack wide open. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. With every exhale, I release any thought that is not equal to the highest version of myself. We live in a quantum field of infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creativity. Continue your breath work, continue that pause. And so as this infinite understanding of love, I take an even deeper breath at the top of my spirit breath to let even that much more love in. So we do our 3 2-step pause, extra breath, exhale, as such. Pause, extra inhale, exhale, and let that be audible. Let out whatever sound you want. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. I see everything about myself that is good, only good. I see my body, my perfect body, every organ working in perfect harmony, one with the other. I see the transfer of cells, the blood as it pours through my body, my arms, my legs that support me, my mind, my brain that thinks as me. Every aspect of my body working in perfect accord with this infinite stream of pure energy. And I surrender right here in this moment to that perfection. There is nothing that is not in perfect accord. I know this, I allow this, I surrender to this truth, this perfection of health. And And as I know that for my health, I know that for every aspect of my life, my creativity, my passion, my love, my relationships. I surrender to the greatest relationships I could ever possibly have, to the greatest, most magnificent friendships, to the richest, to the deepest, to the most passionate love in every aspect of the word. The physical aspect of love, the mental aspect of love, the emotional aspect of love, the intellectual aspect of love, all of it. Aspects of love, right here, right now. Surrendering to them all. When you are ready, go back to your 3-step breath. Just bring your breathing down to a very comfortable, relaxed state. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. When I look in the mirror, I see only beauty, no matter what. When I look in the mirror of my mind, I see only a beautiful life that has been lived well, no matter what. When I look into the infinity of life, I see a life that continues to be lived at the highest level of consciousness, no matter what. So continue breathing your spirit breath in through the belly, in through the chest, exhaling through the mouth, allowing all the tingling of your body to be whatever it is, knowing that that's just reminding each of us, I am here, I am here, I am here. I am, I am, I am, I, and then the silence. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. So I invite you now, as you continue your spirit breath, to take your time, transitioning from the spirit breath work into the normal breathing through the nose, in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. But really take your time. Let's give this a good minute to just find that perfect harmony between breathing through the mouth and breathing through the nose. I surrender to the beauty of the truth of who I am. Once you reach that breath work through the nose, allow your breathing to become very intentional and deep. Notice as the breath moves from the belly into the chest, up into the cavity of the nostrils, and then exhale. There's this pure, perfect surrender. So surrender to that which breathes you. There is a divine energy behind all things. Emerson called it the Oversoul. That magnificent, majestic, energized field of pure love that breathes me without thinking, that inspires me to live a life filled with opportunity, And so as you continue to breathe, I invite you into this question. What would my day look like if I just surrendered to it? What will my day look like when I surrender to it? What will my day look like when I surrender to it? And I invite you right in this moment to hear that answer and then intentionally surrender to it. And when you're ready, just wiggle your fingers and your toes, bring yourself back to this present moment, this surrendered moment. Breathing through your nose. If you're lying down, I'm going to invite you to roll yourself over to the side, bring your knees up, maybe hug them to your body. Just give yourself a nice stretch. If you're sitting down, just move your shoulders a bit. Give yourself the opportunity to just breathe into that magnificent, beautiful body that supports you. And then if you're lying down, go ahead and join me seated. Seat yourself back up. Continuing to breathe deeply. Gautama Buddha says that the breath of life is the life of breath. That is a circular motion. The breath of life is the life of breath. So let's take our 3 ohms here and concretize everything we have done here today. Here we go. Om. I surrender to the beauty of my true self. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning, for bringing your conscious energy, your heart, your soul, your vibration of love to this spiritual practice. I know that there is a place in you and a place in me, that when we are in that place, we are one. Namaste, and welcome home.